Good morning to everyone. Myself, J. Arun Prasad, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Pratyusha Engineering College. Today, I want to share information about a technology called backscatter communication. So as the technology has been developed, many small computing devices are increasingly embedded in objects and environments such as books, furniture, and even in implantable medical devices. So there is a key issue is how to power these devices as they become very smaller and numerous. Wires are often not feasible, batteries and added weight for that and bulk as well as cost required more cost and requires recharging and replacement that adds a maintenance cost. So now to overcome these issues, there's a new technology has been implemented called ambient backscatter. So a new system of wireless communication allows devices to interact and send the data from one to another without having any source of power. So this system is based on the new ambient backscatter technology, which practically harvests all the existing signals in the air and converts them into the power for communication devices. So what is the technology? So that is just called ambient backscatter, takes advantage of T and cellular transmissions that already surround us around the clock. Two devices can communicate with each other by reflecting the existing signals to exchange the information. So backscatter is nothing but, so it is a reflection of your waves or signals. So based on this, they can exchange the information. So there is no need of any powering your batteries. There is no battery that it has been inbuilt. So the system build small battery-free devices with antennas that can detect, harness, and reflect the TV signals, which then is picked up by the other small similar devices. So for example, there's the two communication devices are there, and one TV remote is there. So suppose allies want to share information to the Bob. So allies will use RF signals which is existing surround us. So ambient devices will be capture the signals. So based on this, allies sends the data to your Bob. So Bob will be sense that send ambient signals and receive the information, and also creates an additional path. So here you can see that so allies send a signal to the Bob through reflecting and non-reflecting states. So transmission is that it has been enabled means it has becomes a one. If it is not an enable, it is a information is a zero. So signals which are affected will create an additional path from a TV tower to the Bob or nearby receivers. So that's what I said is they will creating an additional multi-path. So by using a backscatter communication, it achieves the information rate of 1 kbps over a distance of 2.5 feet while operating indoors and over a distance of 1.5 feet outdoors. Is able to operate battery free at a distance up to 6.5 miles from the tower. So here there is not, we are not using any battery power devices, or we are not able to be supplying any voltages. So, by existing the RF signals, so which can be used for the transmission of the data. So this is a block diagram for your ambient backscattering device. So the transmitter, receiver, and harvester are all connected to a single antenna, and they will use all same RF signals. So the transmitter and receiver communicate by backscattering the ambient signals. Harvester collects the energy from the ambient signals and use for the transmissions and required for the communication, and also to power up the sensors as well as the digital logic unit. So this is a test of the ambient backscatter technique with the credit card size prototype devices placed within several feet of each other. For each device, the researchers build antennas into an ordinary circuit boards that flash an LED light when receiving communication signals from other devices. A group of devices are also tested in a variety of settings in the Seattle area, including inside an apartment building on the street corner, the top of a level of parking garage. This location ranges from the less than half a mile away from a TV tower to about 6.5 mile away. So that's what we said here. It's able to operate battery free at a distance of 6.5 miles from the tower. So what is the role of TV towers here? So TV towers transmit up to 1 megawatt effective radiative power and can serve the location more than 100 meter away from the tower in very flat terrain and up to 45 meter in denser terrain. Firstly, the TV towers broadcast uninterrupted continuous signals at all hours of the day and night. Thus, they provide a reliable source of the both power and signals for use in ambient backscatter. Secondly, TV transmitters are amplitude varying signals that can change at a very fast rate. So TV transmission periodically encode special synchronization symbols that are used by the receiver to compute the multipath channel characteristics. So there are three keys of an ambient backscatter. The first is that it takes advantage of existing RF signals, so it does not require the development of special purpose power infrastructure. And second key is it has very small environmental footprint because no additional energy is consumed beyond that. It is already in the air. And third, the key feature is ambient backscatter provide device-to-device communication. So uh, this what are issues. Previously, we had an issues by many company devices are embedded in small devices, so which can be needed a power batteries or you need to supply voltages. So and need to be charging recharge needed by using a backscatter communication technology. So it can be issues can be overcome. So that is what are major advantages. So we'll see when you see that uh, your backscatter communication technology, it looks like a RFID tag, but it does not use the concept of an RFID tag, but it seems to be like an RFID. But ambient backscatter has more advantages than your normal RFID tags. So what are the current applications we're using here? The first application is the bus pass. So here they can transfer the money to the other cards at any time. So when a user swipes the touch sensor in the presence of the other card, it transfers the current balance stored in the microcontroller and confirms the transactions by flashing the LED. And second application is a grocery store application, where an item tag can tell where the item has been placed in the wrong shelf. So these are two current applications we are using backscatter communications. And in a smart card applications, the prototype it can be completed. Maximum it has been completed by using a MSP 430 microcontroller, capacitive touch sensors, and LEDs. So when a user swipes the touch sensors, so in the presence of another card, it transmits the phrase "Hello World." So they are started to be using in a smart card applications. Uh, so now it has been started to be implementing the technology backscatter communication. And these are the future applications. Smart sensors could be built and placed permanently inside nearly any structure, then set to communicate with each other. For example, a sensor placed in a bridge could monitor the health of the concrete and steel, then send an alert if one of the sensors pick up an hairline crack. The technology can also be used for the communications, text messages, emails, for example, in wearable devices. So nowadays we have a new technology has been implemented based on the wearable devices, so which can able to monitor the health of the patients or human beings. So without requiring a battery consumptions. So in a wearable technology, we can also use your backscatter communications. So that what this is one of the advantages of a backscatter communications. So no additional battery is needed or a power outlet required, and functions anywhere and with no maintenance and no pollutions and compact in size, and can be used for home monitoring also. So since we are using our TVs in our homes, we can able to be uh, monitor the home appliance. I mean monitor the home throughout the using your ambient backscatter communications. And the design can avoid the expenses of generating radio waves. So there is no maximum, there's a made a maximum design to creating your backscatter communications. Uh, a device can communicate by backscattering the ambient RF signals. So existing based on the existing RF signals, a reflection from the RF signals. So these signals can be used for the communications. So that is called as your ambient backscatter communication. Thank you.